come into Inspection Manager, and then I've made my way through to Clients to bring up here. Now, if I go into a few different locations here with this tab for the moment, we can see here that we've got the street addresses. If I go back into the actual company, you can see the addresses here. If I click on an address, I can see the multiple equipment down below, which is right. If I come back to here again, one particular company that I'm working with and quite enthusiastic to get finished is Frontline. So if we go into Frontline there, again we have a look at the addresses. We can see the address, but we don't see any plant and equipment. However, if we come back into Frontline this way, we don't have their address there, but we do have the correct equipment here. So I'll just pause this for a moment. Okay, so we're going to have a look into this particular piece of equipment. And let's say the original problem was here, whereby I couldn't actually select an inspection type. Okay, so now I can come through and I could add one, let's say. So realistically, we don't need to see all these blanks. Okay, so we should only have to see the tick boxes is my assumption, unless it's got a last service date. But that looks right. That looks right. That 175 should be this identification. The other thing I'm concerned about, we need to verify, is if we do an inspection, and we want to actually email it, my concern is, are we emailing it? And when I say are we emailing it, originally we set it up so that it would go from a personal email address. Again, see here we actually don't have an address, so I don't know how it's linking up, but obviously that's a back-end system. So the other thing is, I know that when we come through, you can see they're all categorized here. Okay, if you actually look at a report, which I don't know whether I'd have, history for none. Go back into something I can relate to a bit better. What can I relate to a bit better is a great question. It's interesting. Okay, I'm just going to pause this for a minute. Okay, I don't know whether this is a browser thing, but I'm back into the old system now. And the reason I came here was to look for the history. So I'm not seeing the icons which I should see, which I'll just flick across to my Chrome browser. So I'm missing those icons for some reason. But hopefully we can pick it up here. So we've got a bit of a history there. Okay, so we don't actually have any of the history in here, so just double check that we've come to the same one. Vacuum lifting units for cup B1006. B1001. I'm just going to look into this one for the moment, which I can see all the picture to be changed, but see all that's updated, scratching ahead. 26 B1002, B1002, no history, some history. Okay, so there's no history associated to those either. So that's that looks to be like it would finish everything off. So there's really those three areas that I'm seeing at the moment. We've got the issue of the address coming through for that particular client, Frontline. So no address in here. Okay, that's one. 2 was the emailing out capacity, and 3 was the history reporting. I'll talk to you a bit later if you can watch this video first, and then I'll come back and maybe we can have a debrief on what we can and can't achieve. Thanks, KP. Cheers.